Welcome back, ladies and gents. FACEIT TV here for the DreamHack Open Qualifiers. We have a qualification match on our hands. LGB with two stand-ins, Sentries and Zevez for PRB and Mystic. Unfortunately, not present currently. They are absent for reasons I do not understand. I don't know why, but they're not here. But we have, of course, HellRaisers who are all here. They're all here. They're doing well so far. They won their map over past 16-13. It was kind of close, actually. It's kind of a bit too close for comfort for them, I would say. But we're moving into Cash, which is the pick of LGB. HellRaisers, they've been great on Cash, and they've been not so great on Cash. It's a little bit up and down for them. The map that I want to remember is when they played Titan recently in a best of 3 on Cash, and they managed to win. But Mo was basically AWPing like a top 3 AWPer in the world at that point. So that definitely helped out. Either way, we got the pistol going to LGB, so they'll start on the CT side. And we will have ourselves a Goosey Gander at their CT pistol setup.
A what?
A Goosey Gander.
A Goosey Gander.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, there's so many ways to play the pistol. The metagame is the air retake still, but it's starting to change. It's actually starting to change now because everyone knows that everyone else is doing it. HellRaisers showed... Oh yes, HellRaisers were the team.
Oh yes.
That did a 4-man play, and then they did a set play to retake B. So they played B retake, and they're going to do it again! Yes! They're going to do it again. Oh no, they don't have the nades. Oh, because it's not HellRaisers, James. It's LGB playing the CT pistol. So we'll have to wait for that, because maybe LGB will not expect that. But we're going to have the squeak push here from LGB.
We've got a 3-man squeaky push.
Yes! I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. We have HellRaisers, 2 men in A main. They are slowly backing away, but to their surprise, there are 3 players, and RUBINO will pick both kills up. In comes the push now onto the B-bomb site, and it's madness.
kUcheR's spamming away with the Deagle, no armor either. He's gone all in for the mini AWP. But to what end? Because all it requires is one tap, no helmets here in a pistol round, as demonstrated by jkaem with choice. Select cuts there from his pistol. Bomb's being picked up by AdreN. AdreN needs to run for it now. Question is, where does he run? He's going to go down mid towards CT. Zevez will finish things off. So a very interesting pistol round indeed. These pistol rounds on Cash becoming more and more fun, Dan.
Yeah. But I have to say, James, I don't care about LGB pistol round. I'm just waiting for HellRaisers to CT pistol. I'm telling you, if they do that pistol, it is the best pistol I've seen in the game at this point. I've seen some good ones. Seen some great ones from Titan, but HellRaisers, what they did takes the cake. But we'll have to see if the cake will be in place or not by the time we get there, because we have, of course, a full CT half for LGB.
If it's not, Dan, I will buy some cake.
Yes, velvet, please. Red velvet. We have the
Strawberry
push
cheesecake.
onto A. Tech 9s, armors, helmets, a smoke and a flash, and a dream.
Hope and a prayer. And the Madonna song in there somewhere. AdreN needs to check forklift. He needs to check forklift. He's checked forklift just in time. Gets a headshot onto Polly. Bomb should go down here for Mo. Now LGB need to find the retake. 4 versus 4. Zevez going up the ladder, trying to get a vision over that smoke. He's got teammates pushing from car from short, and one in A main as well.
Oh my god, what is going on? Zevez jumps on their heads, and they get annihilated. Destroyed. Completely. Eliminated. Exterminated.
Eliminated. They were flushed out, Dan. Like rats in the sewer.
I mean, their mark on Cash was just only delible. That means it can be removed, James.
Did you say only delible?
Yeah. It's the opposite of indelible, which means you cannot remove the mark. That mark was removed by Zevez with the FAMAS. He's spraying down them all. And now we have another push into A main here. Another Tech 9 play from HellRaisers. They got the bomb down, so they're deciding to put the pressure on again, but this time it will be a little bit weaker. And LGB, look how far back they're playing. They are very aware of the kinds of shenanigans at foot.
They've got a second smoke on them on this occasion. Curious to see where it's going to go. Still being held by AdreN at the moment. CT's looking over the smoke. That's going to be 2 frags for him. Sentries is blind, and he's going to lose his FAMAS. That's a second frag for him. This is getting expensive for LGB. Bomb has been picked up now by HellRaisers, and but the remaining players don't have any rifles. Spray down will be real, and LGB will continue with 3.
It's really funny. You can see how desperately Angel's like, I want to plant the bomb. I want to plant the bomb. He's like really desperately trying to get a spot to plant it, but I just couldn't from that area. So the buy comes in from LGB. The full buy from HellRaisers. They have themselves an AWP on Mo. Let's check Mo real quick. On 0, he is Mo. Let's see what he's going to do on his warp to begin with. At the push coming into B storage, Mo is just going to have a defensive hold towards the A main area. But Zeva's under a lot of pressure. kUcheR goes straight in, maybe taking a page out of Simple's book. Just jumping straight into checkers, but only gets a trade, unfortunately for him. And the P90 spray comes in. jkaem picks up another frag. Now, maybe I need to start practicing with the P90. I don't know. We have HellRaisers now, 3 players into an empty A-bomb site. They successfully forced rotation and successfully should be able to get the bomb down with proper smokes in play. There it is.
Right, so LGB on the retake now, and this is going to be important for their economy. Angel starting things off. That's going to be harder for LGB. Centra is going down towards the car position as well. Polly miles away, only now coming in for the rotation. Well, the crossfire is set here for HellRaisers. Angel just checking the wide angles. Very nice tap on Polly as RUBINO gets tapped by Dosia. And HellRaisers make their way onto the scoreboard.
And we have the buy from LGB. They're going to force it out. We've got just a deagle on sentries. A little bit troublesome in the Norwegian camp at the moment as they have to hold on to the economy. Actually, no, he's going to be dropped to FAMAS. I think maybe like a misread on the money there. Someone could have dropped for him, but he didn't realize and bought deagle. So that's a bunch of nades now that sentries does not have. Zeva's going to push B storage. It's a nice proactive play here. It's going to catch HellRaisers off guard, pick up the frag onto Mo. They're going to line up for jkaem. He won't get both, only a single, but that is already going to put them in advantage on the numbers, and that's exactly what they needed. Now HellRaisers must come together and make a play into either middle, A or B. There's really no other options for them. If they try to go for more picks, then they could potentially put themselves in a situation where they are 4 against 2.
And they are so spread out as well, and that means no trades. Angel and Dosia remain, and Dosia just standing around and squeaking at the moment, starting to enter the site, and Zevez is there. Sorry, Sentry is there. He will fall. So it's down to Dosia to retrieve the bomb. However, there is a CT, RUBINO, all the way in T spawn, holding the longest of angles. And there's 41 seconds left on the clock here for Dosia.
Yeah, this is exactly that spot that I mentioned. Oh, is he actually going to spot the third on T spawn? If he won't in time, but yeah, that's that exact spot we're talking about. Like they go down to 3 players against 4. They have to. You can't risk going for picks anymore. It's so. I mean, you can, I guess, if you've got like a really good player on your team that's very good at.
It often doesn't work out though.
But yeah, it's not a consistent play. It's like a low percentage play. What you'd want there is them to find a way to split into mid, maybe go 1 through the main and then 2 over the boost, or something of this nature. They need to be able to trade at least. They're gonna have to push. They're gonna buy up. They're gonna force it out anyway and try to do some damage. Mo with a nice opening, but in comes the CT Resistance. It's looking quite strong at the moment, but they will get flashed out for now.
Okay, so the CT's trying to hold things down here. So many trades coming in. Polly's caught in no man's land. Will be the last one standing for his team for all of 1 second. And it will be AdreN surviving the carnage, the rubble, the collapsed buildings, the toxic waste.
It's been toxic spills. That's not good for the environment. Think of the little baby squirrels and other assorted wildlife and critters of the woodlands. We have right now the LGB with no money. No
badgers,
money
Dan.
to speak of. What?
Badgers. Think of the badgers.
The badgers are reprehensible animals. We have ourselves a situation where HellRaisers have screwed over LGB. They don't have any money. They may have to double eco if they actually want to have an AWP or a good buy. The double eco is definitely something they need to be considering right now, as we do have Angel moving in for the kill. Takes down a RUBINO. In goes the Molotov there for MBK. Now if they had another Molotov, they could throw one against the white panels there to actually do quad as well, but he actually tosses a smoke there. They will spot out the stack, and it's going to be a systematic elimination of all these no good Norwegian players who stand against the mighty HellRaisers. But LGB, they should look pretty strong in a couple rounds, so 1 more eco I would expect out of them. If they're going to force it up here, it's going to be quite risky. But they are actually going to force it up. Polly with no armor, but he is able to afford a couple grenades. So the force is going to arrive, but this is definitely going to put them in a spot where they're a little bit weak.
HellRaisers with momentum on their side. And again, lack of nades here on LGB. Polly with no armor, but he's going to get shot in the head regardless by AdreN. Zevez with the boost gets Angel before he can pull his gun out, so evening things up. LGB they know they need these aggressive pushes here, considering their lack of supplies. RUBINO holding down B for the time being. Numbers thinning for the HellRaisers side now, as well as the CTs.
Yeah, this is a really chaotic round, a little bit dangerous from both sides. We had AdreN just, as Polly is joking, getting his Nikes on there, just doing it straight on through to checkers, and HellRaisers have re-entered here. They force a lot of rotation, and HellRaisers just have to play together. Now they have a 3-on-2 advantage, and that bomb is going to be planted at the back of the site. That's not a safe plant, I think, judging by the...
it looks like a checkers plant. There are two beside either box.
Oh, okay. Alright, well we have a lockdown here from kUcheR on checkers anyway. So jkaem needs to do the unthinkable and pull off quite the clutch, but he's going to back away instead, save the weapon. So HellRaisers have managed to... I mean, this is really cool. I mean, you can find so many edges towards checkers, and you can play against the B players and try to outsmart them. This time AdreN had a super sick spawn and just hit the one tap. And going for risks like that is so good in spots where your opponent's economy is really bad, because if you're able to get the fast pick, it puts you in like a landslide kind of advantage in the rounds.
LGB broken again.
Especially when you have two players sitting in checkers at the tees early in the round, how much pressure that forces rotation. That's so hard to deal with. But maybe jkaem can make a difference here. He's got the M4 and the Kevlar saved. They got a 4-man play towards this A-bomb site where most of HellRaisers are. He's going to flash jkaem in. He's going to take the frag onto Dosia. He could toss away his M4 into the site for a teammate, but he's actually got a teammate very close to pick up the weapon. So now Angel gets the trade onto sentries. Knows there's another one nearby. HellRaisers, what do they do here? They need to come together.
Yeah, kUcheR getting too close for comfort there. Polly will not be able to... he was going to go for the gun, but HellRaisers ready and waiting. That's going to be an open B bomb site. Full rotation coming in from the CTs, but it could be all too late. Lower smoked, uppers mollied. HellRaisers looking to clear out the site. Unbeknownst to them, it is clear already. And that time wasted will allow LGB to position themselves. Not sure if jkaem can see any legs through that small corner of the smoke. Doesn't appear so, as they're checking behind them as well. No spray through the smoke just yet. Angel waiting for some flanks through the vents. Mo taking down RUBINO. Still Jake, the man who started with the gun in the first place, to continue doing damage here to the HellRaiser side. That's going to be another frag. He could potentially go for defuse here, but it would be a 10-second defuse. No kit on him. And Angel going to use the utility in that molly to stop any attempts. May push through the smoke quite sneakily here. See if the gamble pays off for him. Indeed it will. Jake going down. Zevez out of position. And I don't think he has time to go for the defuse. He will save the AK at the very least. Maybe he'll go back and try and retrieve the orb.
That is very, very beautiful there from Angel. They really outplayed them 1-on-2. That's one of the ways to do it, you know, with the Molotov. And yeah, you can do nothing but just give respect where it's deserved there. And the LGB will have another buy in store. We've got the AWP again for Polly, but this time he's going to be trying to avoid the early rush or pick from a player like AdreN, who's got a nice timing into B storage. If HellRaisers are able to keep this this kind of a half going, LGB are going to be in a lot of trouble on the T side. But we've got the 2-2-1 setup here for LGB, leaving Polly, or Zevez actually responsible for B. They've moved Polly towards A this time. This might work out a little bit better for him, especially considering the HellRaisers like to put players in A main, even if they're not going for an A play. They like to put the pressure and try the picks on for size. Polly, did he spot the guy that jumped across the smoke there? I'm not sure that he did. Got a guy in lockers. It's actually Angel, I do believe. Indeed, and Angel picks up the kill onto Polly, wins the 1-on-1 AK versus AWP. In comes Angel for another kill, and he absolutely explodes onto the A bomb site. The bomb is going to follow through, and we have issues here now for LGB once again, 2-on-2.
So they're going to split up the two remaining CTs, one peeking through short as the other comes towards the car position. The remaining nades being thrown out here by the LGB side. Zevez going to go down to AdreN, who can run distraction now. Another flash coming out, and he will get the kill onto Jake as well. Taking a solid lead here are HellRaisers. LGB with another buy in the bag, however. Although...
So AdreN bullies them in B storage. Angel bullies them in A main. He won a pick situation versus an AWP one-on-one. If that's happening, that's really scary, James. That is demoralizing if you're LGB. It's got to be.
3-man push to A here from LGB, and they're going through A main. They're going through Squeaky, but not even the gun. It's going to be the nade from Dosia, followed up by the bullets. To get the first frag here, RUBINO on the edge of the smoke in A main, got a surprise Angel. Again, fast rounds, fast frags here for both teams.
And they've actually given the AWP this time to Zevez. Polly perhaps not feeling confidence with it anymore. And Zevez is like, okay, I can take the AWP, but I'll go really, really defensive. I'll take a really easy situational play by headshot. You don't have to be a good AWPer to make this very powerful, and that's one of the reasons why it's a good spot. We've got Mo, though, looking for the shot, takes down RUBINO. It's all on Zevez, gets the first player, repositions onto the bomb site. Now, in goes AdreN for the quick kill, and he's not going to get it. Zevez holds it down, but finally, Mo will eliminate him. But Zevez bought time for his team. The bomb will be delayed in going down because of that, and he's even things up. 2-on-2 with a player, Polly, from B storage, combining with sentries through CT.
Polly could get a free kill onto Mo here, and that's exactly what's going to happen. That AWP far too long to hide. And it's Dosia versus 2. He hears the sound cue from sentries falling down, but he cannot get the jump on him first. So LGB close the gap. An important round for them, looking at their economy as well. If they had lost that, then they would have been in a severe amount of trouble.
Absolutely, and they lost so many players that, again, they're not out of the woods yet. HellRaisers are in a spot where they should go for the full buy, and indeed they will, because, again, they should understand that LGB, they didn't survive with any players there. Their economy is going to be really in a very horrible place. We have 3 Molotovs for HellRaisers. They could use this for a variety of reasons. There's so many good Molotovs on A, but also the Molotov into the vent applies pressure, postures the B play, and also allows you to take mid more easily in a delayed fashion later into the round. If HellRaisers are to go for a slower approach, which they may or may not decide to do. We'll have to see.
Have some of these angles for wallbangs very close indeed, but not quite hitting the spot there. No bullseye to be found just yet. HellRaisers spread out, concentrating towards A. You can see the angle on B is a passive one for now. Angel only with the Tech 9. Mo lacking a helmet, which is a good advantage here for the CTs should they be quicker on the trigger finger.
Molotov from quad there from Angel, but Dosia's got the cover on his back towards Forklift. HellRaisers slowly but surely moving into the bomb site, getting the frags as they pass, and LGB in trouble here. They spend all their money. They've just won a round. They cannot afford to lose this round right now. They won't have anything to use in the next couple rounds if this happens. 1-on-4 now. Just Polly left. And he needs to save this AWP. Oh dear, it's not going to happen, I fear. Does take a nice frag onto AdreN, but they are hungry, they're rabid, and they will be sated. Kill comes on to Polly, and he will lose his AWP. 7-5, could go 9-5 now as we see complete desolation for LGB. No money at all, they are barren. Nothing but dust in the coffers there.
It's a nasty situation when you have a string of losses, win 1 round, and then lose once again. It's a tearful situation, Dan, but I'm not one to cry.
It is very depressing indeed. And it really does make the half here for HellRaisers if they are able to close out effectively, and so far it looks pretty solid. Of course, LGB, it's always tough playing with a stand-in, let alone multiple stand-ins, even if they've played on your team before. The rehearsal and the comfort that you've built in practice and training and in official matches is not necessarily present anymore.
Zevez is soon to fall, or maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. 2 frags for him, bonus money, pistol paying for itself. However, HellRaisers with a strong T-side so far. 2 rounds remaining, and they are heading towards a 10-5. LGB in a difficult spot where they're going to have to force with limited supplies. FAMAS is coming out again. RUBINO, can he even get the first primary rifle? No, he's opted for nades and a CZ instead. Had he bought the FAMAS, he would have had no nades at all, save for maybe a decoy. Unless he didn't buy a helmet, in which case he would have had a few nades. So maybe the wrong choice was made there. trades coming in. kUcheR with a very advanced position, got the sneakers on as well if you're American, otherwise the trainers if you're English. Sentry is going to get taken by surprise there. Dosia already behind the door. And kUcheR's got firm control of the B bump site. However, there are still 2 HellRaisers players over towards A. Running distraction maybe, creating doubt for LGB. And it's working because there are still 2 LGB players on the A site.
Yeah, they've been outplayed here. They've been left with only obscurity to deal with. And that's always a very hard situation to deal with. There's not all that much that they can really do in a situation like that. They have to wait. They just don't have the info. If they try to get the info, then they risk their lives, and they're already down to 3 players. So it's definitely a spot that is very, very hard to deal with. They're managing to pull out a couple of frags, but you can see that due to the fact that the rotation was so long, the delay was so big because of that obscurity created by HellRaisers. That's half the battle won in preventing a retake. So they will save some of these weapons, and that will help them into the last round. But 9 already for HellRaisers has to feel absolutely amazing.
You see Mo running around like Rambo. Doesn't care if he loses the York last round, can buy another one anyway. So who gives a crap? Now, I always want to see if it's the last round, right? Okay. Angel and AdreN very late in upgrading their pistols. Dosia going to run out the spawn with just a Glock. Had time to get teammates to drop some pistols as well. Who knows if it'll come into play later on. Always remember to buy pistols as well in the last round of a half. Okay, so Polly going for an aggressive position, not going to find a connection there. Going to get heavily tagged as well, down to 25 HP. Sentry's coming in for support, going to have a crossfire between Polly and Sentry's now. But the nades are coming in, and things will get difficult for Polly. He's got the wrong gun to try and punish Tees for pushing through that smoke. But they're not going to push this yet. Changes his position, finds a frag onto Angel. Dosia taking down Sentry somehow. Dan has his hands in the air.
Run and spray. For Detroit, James.
Spray and pray. Put your hands up for Detroit.
Oh, yes. Double for AdreN there. Very nicely done from short, catching them from a very devastating angle. And now it's just 2 players left. Oh, dear.
What was that?
Oh, that was not AdreN. That was kUcheR. That looked like it was AdreN, though.
Yeah.
Great shot. Wow, he hit him in the head there. That's pretty amazing. Okay, 10-5. LGB getting put in very hard spots to deal with here. And partly it was down to the fact that I think it really comes down to some of these spots, like, for example, AdreN just getting a really nice B spawn, running into checkers, and just one-shotting Polly when Polly's AWPing. Spots like this because LGB, they lost the situation on the money straight away. And then they had to go for these like crazy buy-ups, and they just kept getting in these poor situations where they would always lose the first man. Or HellRaisers would always get into like really good positions like checkers. That happened quite frequently. So now HellRaisers, are we going to see that play I was talking about, the B retake play? It requires 2 smokes. We do see 2 smokes. kUcheR and Mo have the smokes. So yeah, I think we're going to, we'll see the B retake play. So I wish LGB would go B in this round, because this is the reason why it's so safe. If they go with a metagame and attack A, hello, there's 4 players here basically from HellRaisers already, and they are going to go for those frags. But great nades here for LGB. They are completely blocking off vision and wrecking, completely destroying HellRaisers. Very well done. And I guess I'll have to explain how the round works, because we won't see it.
Please do.
So the idea is that the metagame encourages plays into A, as we just saw. So if you have 4 players there, it's much easier to defend it, because you get to shoot at the terrorists as they're coming out the choke points, which makes it easier than retaking after the bomb's down, of course. So what they do is then they, if the B play does happen, then they have set smokes that block off checkers and B storage, and they have set flashes as well. So they just get onto the site like immediately before you can even see anything as a terrorist, because you will run to checkers and B storage. So yeah, it's really amazing when it works, but they just couldn't hit the shots there. LGB on point, and they look to compound this into another round.
Okay, so the eco begins, and there are bullets flying everywhere. Standard stuff here so far. Obviously getting a dink onto RUBINO. Nades coming in. That was a very day of defeat explosion.
Tell me more about this day of defeat.
It just all the mud and stuff coming up in that specific nade. was very reminiscent.
Look at these. Look at the HP there on these players, James. They're bleeding out.
And they're going to have to exit. And where there are exits, Dan, there are often frags. The bait as well. Look at the bait. He opened the door with the bait.
Oh my god. They actually get so many kills here. And it's just jkaem left, and he's bleeding to death slowly but surely. Where's the medicus?
Oh no, Dosia died, and he was the one with the AK.
Depressing. But that's okay. They killed 4 players there. 4 players. In 1 round.
Potato. By coming out from LGB once again, 3-round deficit on the less favoured side. And Centris and Zevez limited nades. Only the molly onto him. HellRaisers have not... Oh, okay, so kUcheR's rocking the Mach 10, but Angel's the one with armor, going for the 5-7. And I'm curious to see where he's playing. We've seen how strong the 5-7 can be on the A sites.
kUcheR's going to get challenged. They're all gonna, is it kUcheR? I think it's Angel. Angel. Oh my god, this could go really bad here. They're going to be so careful because Angel could get more. He only gets 1 though. So they have managed to deal with the most dangerous player immediately. That's okay. They should be able to be okay in this round now, Jace. I believe. Get the bomb down.
I was going to say, in the standard bomb plant spot on the A sites, often we've seen CTs there with 5-7, and it is ultra powerful. You can win you the round. However, Angel had other ideas and a new spots with similar distances. And he did get the opening frag. However, that was going to be the kUcheR going for recoil control with the Mach 10. I would be surprised if anybody knows the recoil control with a Mach 10. However, considering how often they're used these days, probably worth learning.
Imagine if you could like use the money to actually summon different players. So you could like give the 5-7 to Maniac and then boost him up. The round is 1, James.
That is true.
Or put Maniac and you got 2 5-7s. Get Maniac and Blade.
Maniac
boosted up on the site.
Maniac needs a plaque, like a Hall of Fame hand on the wall there. Because he's always just leaning against there, waiting for the victims to arrive. Yeah, shout out to Blade in the PC50. It's been causing serious problems to teams all over the world. And by all over the world, I mean Europe. And nowhere else. 2 players boosted for LGB. The late mid take is possible here. kUcheR again boosted. And you can see they've gone for next no helmets on the CT side. Only AdreN with a hat on. And there's only 1 Galil here carried by Zevez. So LGB effectively with 5 AKs. Considering the buy of HellRaisers.
AdreN has a delicious name for his M4.
What is it? Chocolate caramel. Oh yes, that's the FACEIT skin. Orange alloy. I have one myself. I call it the FACEIT cannon. Slowly, we will see LGB approaching. kUcheR's position has been identified. RUBINO looking for the angle as kUcheR goes for the door. And the trades will begin on the A site, 3 versus 3. 20 seconds remaining. Bomb is down in A main.
Frags coming in. The trades. 1-on-1 now. Dosia's last man standing, but he is going to get flanked.
Wow.
1 round for LGB, but a costly one. It had a great cost. 4 players died. That is like 20k, James. Like if you assume 5k for each player in the AK armor and grenades, then that's a lot of money. So they get about 16k across all the players for winning the rounds. So that means that they kind of had a loss there. So that was good for HellRaisers. If they're able to do some damage in this round as well, they can have a good chance to get the reset on LGB as soon as possible, sooner rather than later. Nice pick there from Polly as LGB start to once again compound their advantage into another round win. Convert to get the barbecue on Angel. Dosia. Pop. There are some pops, but not enough kills. So 10-10. LGB now going to be up against another buy of HellRaisers who have a considerable amount of cash to spend. Mo on the AWP. Now he has been not having a great day so far. Mo seems to be really up and down. Like when Mo is good, he is actually really, really insane. And I feel like if he starts hitting his shots towards A and mid areas, LGB are really in trouble.
Okay, so the boost coming out again, and that's going to be an easy frag for Mo. Too much head left, although... Sorry, head shown, although it was the chest, apparently, that he found. I don't know how, but he found a way.
I hate it when that happens. It's like you only see their head, but you hit them like 3 times.
Yeah,
you're like, what?
And it's not like a penetration kill either. It's
just
maybe through the shoulder or something, who knows. So, 10 to 10.
This position, though.
Yeah, that position is a nice one. He is bending over LGB with 2 people headed towards B bomb site. He needs to be careful about someone turning around from towards A.
But if he doesn't move forwards, how do you expect a guy to be sitting here? Like he gets the angle. There's no way you're checking that angle. Yeah, the off angle. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it.
Zefes getting snaps, and this round is not going the way of HellRaisers. They're just getting shot with silenced and force from all over the place. Polly remains with 42 HP. Picks up the bomb. The wide peek from Angel will do the job. And with 4 people surviving for HellRaisers, they are in good stead for now. However, LGB have the cash to splash, and splash the cash they will.
It's actually... Okay, so this is really cool. The position that Angel was in, that off angle you're talking about. I saw this yesterday from a player do it once, and it was something I almost wanted to talk about, but I didn't know if it was something that he just did with some 4-4, if he just moved there.
That knife is beautiful.
So we won't have time to talk about it now, but we'll get there eventually. Nice opening pick there from Polly. This will make the difference. We see the HellRaisers might start thinking about putting an extra player there, but they're going to see all the players from the T side just rushing onto A, getting the entries, and now Mo has to do the damage. He has to get some kills here for HellRaisers to save this. It's a 2-on-2. Great shot there from Mo. Wouldn't have had a second chance, but he won't need it. Zefes grinding the angle, spots the frag onto Mo. Just Zefes, and now Angel left to live. It is going to be just barely enough. Good spray control there from Zefes. Looked a little awkward, but he pulls it out. 11 to 11, but they have lost quite a few players in that round. So
all the T rounds. This is not your normal Sunday, Dan.
This is the LGB Sunday.
Speaking of Sunday. Sunday roast may be in order, Dan. If we can get a break from casting. 11-11. All tied up here at the DreamHack qualifiers, and that nade is going to sail past, but there's still a fair amount of damage to Jekyll. Not sure how much was from the bullets of Angel. Excuse me. Oh, AdreN getting sprayed down through the smoke there. Minute 20 on the clock for LGB to play with, so that's going to be an important advantage for them. HellRaisers with Angel and Mo in the mid area, although they are leaving B for a second and changing positions. Mo heavily tagged with 24 HP, so they're going to put him in a more passive place, but the rotation is going to be no good as Jake finds 2 of the most absurd spray I've seen in recent memory. kUcheR and Mo remaining versus 4.
That was absolutely nuts, that spray. Have another frag for Rubino on the entry. Mo goes down, and HellRaisers in a lot of trouble. They just won a round, and now they have effectively been reset without all that much damage to speak of. kUcheR does get spotted by Zefes, and I might have a moment now as we should have an eco, if I'm not mistaken.
Tell me a story, Dan.
So the thing that we saw from Angel there, where he'd actually pushed into mid, this is how they actually won the round. What players tend to do is they get excited, and everyone does it. And you just completely push. You either push towards B storage or you push towards A main. You try to like flank. You feel like I got a flank now. But if you actually stay in that position and just wait there, you can basically move either to A or to B, and you get a good off angle that's unexpected that they don't ever check, and you hear everything. So just by standing there and not flanking, it's actually a more consistent play. So I like that teams are starting to do that. So this is just a bit of a shooting gallery at the moment for LGB. Now HellRaisers can just lose the map from this point. They've got to be super careful that on their next buy they're actually able to stop LGB, and so far LGB have just been better on these mid situations overall.
I think there was an exchange of pistols between AdreN and Mo there. Or maybe it was kUcheR who's rocking the AK and AdreN has his P250. Okay, that makes sense. So little things there. Attention to detail being good here from HellRaisers in a desperate situation.
So LGB going to go for the finish now. They're going to clinch it on this A bomb site, and kUcheR's actually in a solid position. but there's only just him. You need distraction really to make full use of this spot, and there is no distraction because there's no one left. The site is barren, it's empty, filled with nothing but the dead bodies of HellRaisers players. So good round there from LGB, and we are going to have ourselves a buy from HellRaisers. But this is the worst kind of buy. It's the buy where you feel like you have to buy. You can't afford to lose any more rounds because you have a decent chance to win if you buy, but you're at a disadvantage. No AWP on Mo. We have seen that that is quite a deciding factor. Angel, however, he's been doing well in his mid pressures, but they're going to go straight over the top here. Fast mid take. Good pre-nades coming in. They need to win the duels here, HellRaisers, or they are really screwed in this map. We're going to have AdreN actually able to take 2 frags. Very well done there. That's going to split up LGB. They only have this A main approach. Sentry's making it work though. Great stuff from him. What a snap there onto kUcheR. It's just Dosia left against 2 players that are heavily wounded. Dosia finds one. Only Zeves remains. The old in-game leader of LGB. The Norwegian squad. Looking to make hell of Dosia's situation. And Dosia just waiting for the plant. Playing it safe. And Zeves goes for the peak, spots him, and Dosia gets the frag. Really important round win, but HellRaisers lost almost everybody, so they have no money left, and LGB can still be rolling in with those AKs and AWPs if they want to. AWPs.
AVP.
AWP.
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 You're French. Can you pass me an AWP? James, can you buy me an AWP? Okay, so these nades going far and beyond. So there is somebody standing on a van, which is not something you see every day. HellRaisers in firm control of mid for the time being. Lots of spray coming in, but nobody tagged just yet. Those nades, there's not time for them. And Zeves,
You what?
Being having a AK party through the smoke there into Angel's face. That is very unlucky indeed. This man knows his angles, Dan.
He does. That's always depressing to be on the receiving end of that. It's like I couldn't do anything now. I couldn't do anything.
I could do nothing.
I was struck down by
by
the gods themselves.
All this skill, and for what? That's an important frag though for LGB.
Yeah.
It weakens the mid area, and again, in these clutch stages of the map where they are 1-0 down and 1 round ahead on the T side.
Oh dear. They're going to gamble on A. HellRaisers is going to gamble on A. This is going to be a B split, and they're going to gamble on A. Losing the mid player, as James says, makes mid much easier to take, which encourages B splits more than not. And that's what LGB are going to go for. So HellRaisers maybe just want to save. They want to play the stack or save situation, which actually is smart because they're going to have no money otherwise. If HellRaisers try to retake here, I fear that they're going to have nothing to play with, and they'll just lose the map.
RUBINO's in a position to ruin lives here.
They should just save. Oh no, I think they're going to go for the save, but they're trying to play exits, and as you said, RUBINO's just standing on the... How is he not going to kill there, RUBINO? They spot him out. They're going to try to pursue him. This is really risky right now. You can't afford to lose weapons. And Dosia plays into a better engagement for RUBINO and will fall the victim. Not sure why he chased that. It was lucky enough that they survived. That RUBINO just didn't kill them both. So I find that strange because
well, I guess they're fearing the hunt coming in.
But what damage?
They want to give themselves an exit strategy.
But he wanted a one-on-one, and what damage are you going to do? Like if he kills the weapon, if he takes the weapon down, James, they still have loads of money. They just want around James. But HellRaisers don't have any money. They need to hold on to weapons more than anything. That's such a weird challenge by Dosia.
This is difficult now for HellRaisers.
It doesn't make sense, James. I'm confuddled.
Tough times are ahead.
Bananas.
Take a banana. It's a jungle out there.
A jungle in which you can find many more bananas. Many more where this came from.
Unless all the bananas have been taken, Dad. Then there are no more bananas.
He would do such a thing. Such a devilish act. But we have...
Freiburg would.
Freiburg sitting on a throne of bananas. We have a lot of...
What do we have, Dan? Come on.
A lot of weapons here for LGB. All the AKs, the AWP. HellRaisers, they couldn't save the infront. Dosia!
Okay.
I'll never forgive you for this. So LGB, they're playing the pick. And as soon as they get a single pick, all they have to do is just come together and just use the firepower that they have to overwhelm. their opponents. I think that's what they're trying to play for here. That makes the most sense. They know that if they win this round, that is pretty much over for HellRaisers. So there is the... Oh, that is beautiful there from Zevez. Mo is going to lose his head, and HellRaisers now have a really hard situation. So there was a pick. Now we see them coming together. They've got the one player to go over mid. The rest going to execute onto A. This is very, very standard A play into the mid rounds.
All right. It all comes down to this. And again, a 5-7 on the bomb plant spot would be very useful here, but there's no one to do that. kUcheR's down. It's Dosia and Angel. The 2 5-7 plays left. Dosia's on the wrong side of the bomb plant. And they have already been breached. Probably turn to his right. Centrist will save him, in fact. And Angel getting the banana out to take down Zevez at the very least. He's picked up an AK, and he's got time to cause some shenanigans. If he finds a few frags, he does have a kit. The flank is real. And is he going to get around the corner in time? He is, but jkaem's got the angle on him. He knows where he is. Angel, unbeknownst to him, is effectively stuck, and the flank is coming in from all over the place. Pop flashes as well, and he will be executed.
James, we just had another situation where you 100% are saving the gun, but you go and try to challenge into the bomb site and then die because you're in a bad position. That's what we just had. We had it again, James.
I feel disgust in your voice, Dan.
Well, I don't understand.
Distaste.
I don't understand. You don't get anything from trying to challenge there. Unless he thinks he can, he disrespects LGB enough to think that he can 3-on-1 there.
He has a kit and some time though. There are situations where if you get, you know, normally with 2 people left, where if you can get a very fast frag, then it changes the situation. However, with 1 person, the risk is heightened.
Yeah.
And now going into game point, they do not have the AK they may otherwise have had.
Ooh, jkaem's so far stopped short there. By himself, gets taken down by Mo. I don't think the weapon's retrievable though. And they are not messing around. LGB going to go straight in for the kill. Hands firmly clasped around the neck of HellRaisers. They're squeezing all the life out of it.
5-7!
Dosia fights back, brings in a double there with that 5-7. Bomb goes down to the back of the bomb site. Polly's on the site with an AWP. And if his support player Zevez goes down, it could be problematic, but it will not be the case. Just kUcheR left. kUcheR is all that stands between HellRaisers and Cash going to LGB, and that is exactly what's going to happen. 16-12, great T-half, as you'd expect from LGB. They are notorious for this, and it's returned. It comes straight back in with another. Did HellRaisers get more than like 1 or 2 rounds there? I don't think they did. They?
Most of those rounds were T rounds.
They got 2 CT rounds, yeah. Oh yeah, because they would get around and then just get broken immediately after a string of losses. So they got money screwed on both occasions. So
what is the next map?
The next map is
in this epic saga.
The next map will be Dust 2. It is the choice of HellRaisers, and well, I guess we'll set that one up for you guys. We'll take a quick break. I'm not sure what to expect from this, but we will find out very shortly.